If we watch around us, we'll see a lot of animals that need our help. They may be homeless or hungry, require medical or psychological assistance, and I'm happy there are people who want to help them. Here are 10 more cases of touching animal rescues. You know that young animals can do some things that hurt them because of curiosity. This little kitten got into an air conditioning vent on the house roof and spent there 2 days. The rescue team from Hope for Paw organization rushed to save him.
That's it. If you can catch him by the body, it's better. Okay?
It was a rather difficult task, as the vent was very deep. The rescuers used some fishing equipment to draw the poor thing out. The kitten was really scared and resisted as he could, so people had to use some cover to protect themselves from scratching and biting. He even didn't let them remove the fishing cord, but the little cutie calmed down when they brought him to the hospital. The rescuers managed to take off the cord at least. They washed him, provided medical help he required, and gave a lot of cuddling and love he deserved. Besides, they covered the air conditioning vent on the roof with the net to prevent other animals from getting in there. This man found 5 little puppies when he was driving along the road. They went out one by one out of the bushes. The man couldn't drive away and decided to take the pups home. He gathered them all in a basket and spent some time observing the area to look for other puppies or maybe their mom nearby. But there were none. So he took these nice pups home. He fed them, stroked their smooth fur, and tried to calm them down. They were so small that at first they couldn't guess how to suck milk from a bottle. But soon they managed to do that. So I think these 5 little beauties got a chance for a good life. The turtle was lying helpless in the shallow waters of Magnetawan River in Ontario. A man noticed the animal and saw that it had some string around its neck. It was obvious that it couldn't do without his help. He took it on the boat, but there were no tools to cut the string off. The rescuer brought this cutie home and there removed the string with the help of a pair of nippers. The turtle was happy to come back to its lovely wet place. Let's hope it won't get into any trouble again. People from Dog Rescue Channel found this exhausted little pup under the bridge. She was very lonely and wanted some food so much. But to get her out was a real challenge, as the scared little thing was fiercely protecting herself with her sharp teeth.
Okay. I know.
The rescuer could take her in their arms only when he covered her face with a plastic cup. But being in the car, the little pup felt more comfortable, especially when she got some tasty food. The dog rescue team called this nice dog Maggie and took good care of her until her new owner carried her to her forever home. Thanks to such people, a lot of animals now live a happy life full of love. We know that wild animals often get too close to the structures made by people. This little civet came right up to the fence and got tangled in the barbed wire. When people from Indian organization Rescue Charitable Trust found him, he needed help badly and was very thirsty. He got what he needed: water, tasty food, and a lot of care and love. He spent some time in the shelter and was completely recovered. At last, rescuers could release him into his native wild. Marine animals sometimes can't do without people's help too.
I'm holding you, Corey.
This rescue team of Sea Shepherd Conservation Society got a call about the whale that had got in the gill net in the Gulf of California. It was trapped and making complaining sounds and asking for support.
Right.
The net wrapped around the whale's nose and didn't let the helpless animal move. The crew came closer in the boat and cut off the net. The marine giant was set free. People were filled with profound emotions because the life of every animal saved is a treasure. A big and gorgeous eagle was sitting on the ice plate in the Lake Michigan about 100 feet from the shore. When people approached the bird, it tried to fly away but couldn't. It was a real problem to catch the eagle to check what was wrong. At last, the rescuer managed to catch the bird and found out that there was a big icy ball on the feathers of the tail. It was very heavy and didn't let the eagle fly away. They took the eagle to the rehabilitation center. There, the people put the bird in the sink under warm water to melt the nasty ice ball. The proud bird with the big and sharp beak didn't even resist. It was likely to feel that people were trying to help. Setting the eagle free and wiping it out, the rescuers left the bird in the center to recover. Sometime later, the eagle was really healthy and could fly freely. I'm sure it was okay and soon released back into the wild. Pigeons get stuck in chimneys rather often, but this time, Simon Cowell from Wildlife Aid had to do a really difficult task, as the bird was stuck in a very narrow part of a gasifier, only 3 inches wide. Sorry to say, Simon failed to take out the pigeon at first, as his hands were too big to complete the mission. So he asked Abby, the owner of the house, to do just that. People had to do very accurate work not to hurt the poor bird. Through the camera, Simon was watching and correcting the movements of the woman. At last, they were a success. The nice and tired birdie wanted some water very much, and no less, it needed some time in a rehabilitation center. After several weeks of good care and tasty food, the pigeon came back to the wild. What do you think about living in one place with a cobra? This snake was found in a pile of rubbish under the stairs in one of the apartment blocks in Thailand. It was trapped, sleeping in an old ceiling light. The most difficult part of the rescue operation was to save the reptile without hurting it and without getting a poisonous bite. Though it took some time, but the beautiful and very nervous black cobra was carefully removed from its trap. The rescuers put it in a big bag and took it to the safe area where the snake was set free into the wild. The dwellers of the building could have some secure sleep at last. As you can see, winter is a very harsh time for animals, especially if they are in trouble. This red deer fell into the river in some place in the severe Russian Siberia. 4 people found the poor animal and spent 4 hours taking it out. They cut through the thick ice with the help of a power saw, making a free pass for the deer. But it was frozen and tired, spending too much time in the cold water and couldn't walk. Pulling the deer out, the rescuers made a fire and were rubbing the animal, trying to warm it and restore the blood circulation. Slowly, the deer was coming to life. The kind-hearted people made some kind of a sledge, connected it to the car, and pulled the weak animal up to the home in this way. There they gave it food and took care of it until it was recovered. At last, the healthy and well-fed deer was strong enough to run away to the wild. Everyone there was really happy and satisfied with the work they'd done. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I had a lot of positive feelings making it. I hope you will support the people who help the animals with your likes, subscribes, and donations. It's a very big job they do, you know. See you!